Well, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on the Friday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, tonight on the show, we will be looking at that eagerly anticipated heavyweight title fight that will decide who becomes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's all between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. We'll be talking about that fight, and hopefully we'll get someone who is at the center of it all to tell us what's happening and what the mood is like. And of course, we will be looking at football on the domestic scene. We will also take a look at the English Premier League. The final day is upon us. Who's going to win the title? Is it going to be Manchester City or Arsenal? We'll be talking about all of that, all for you. It's a two-man show. My colleague Austin Okona Akpan is suited and ready as we take this ride.
Sporty greetings to you, Yemi, and of course everyone joining us on the show tonight. What a night! We cannot wait for that undisputed heavyweight championship contest between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk to take place. We've been waiting for 25 years. Who's going to come out victorious? I can even feel the tension. I'm not in Riyadh, but each time I see videos from Riyadh, I know that fight will definitely get us talking.
All right, the fight will get us talking. And I mean, also, let's just dive straight into it. It's gotten to a point where we know the fight is going to happen, all the drama. But look, it's uncharacteristic of Tyson Fury to say nice words to somebody before a fight, to be kind, gentle, not ruffle feathers, not playing the mind games. It's an unusual Tyson Fury that I'm seeing.
I'm sure it's all strategic. Remember, just yesterday when they were supposed to do the face-off, I think one of the press showdowns, he refused to look at Alexander Usyk, and people were wondering because Usyk kept staring at him, but he refused to look at Usyk. He just kept looking at the spectators and was just throwing jabs here and there. This man came out, looked at him, kept staring at him. So most likely, that's what I'm talking about right there. Most likely, they must have said to Tyson Fury, okay, show him some respect. I know he knows the showbiz for boxing. He knows, how to get the media talking. He knows how to pump it up with entertainment. But he's got to give Alexander Usyk his flowers, particularly with the way the Ukrainian has taken up British fighters, So that right there shows Tyson Fury will not in any way underrate his opponent. They are both undefeated. They are both going for the undisputed champion of the world. So, yeah, I totally agree with this change of attitude just before the weigh-in, was done today. So we'll get to see more, of Tyson Fury just before they step out to the ring. All of this is just pre-fight shenanigans, just so we can get talking about it. But Saturday night in Riyadh, Yemi, all of the talks will be done. Then we come out to fight. I will become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
All right. So some conspiracy theorists said Tyson Fury has been humbled by the way he was flawed by Francis Ngannou. Maybe that's the reason for the different approach. I do not know. But I find it a bit strange. The Tyson Fury that I know will get in your face. I still remember the Joker attire, Batman attire that he wore when he was to fight Klitschko. I mean, I enjoy all of that, and I wanted to see that. I didn't see it. And so do you think what happened with Ngannou's playing on his mind a little?
No, that fight is gone, and I was watching a documentary, and Tyson Fury said it clearly that for everyone who thought he was, running away when he had that cut to his face, then you must be out of your mind, because he knows that he's got quality. And we know, too, with the way he took out Deontay Wilder, all the way in the trilogy, we know that nobody can underrate Tyson Fury. The moment he defeated Vladimir Klitschko in Germany, I said we need to watch this guy. Let's not even talk about all of the mental issues he went through, was away from boxing, bounced back, and then he was fighting the big guys in the heavyweight division and was coming out victorious. No, I don't think Ngannou's fight has anything on Tyson Fury. In fact, I think he let his guards down. He approached that game with some level of caution, having in mind that he's got a big fight coming up in Alexander Usyk. So, no, these guys are professionals. And if you know the amount of people around them, from psychologists to people who read minds and people who are encouraging them, that you know that even when they fall, they know they need to stand up, and nobody knows that art of falling down and getting up more than Tyson Fury. If you watch the second fight, in fact, from the first fight, the second fight against Deontay Wilder, he kept falling, he kept getting up. This guy is all quality. No disrespect to Usyk and everything he has done, but there's no one who will look at Tyson Fury, his size, his agility, the way he changes styles on the ring, that you will not say, look, this guy's got the quality to go all the way. But in Alexander Usyk, who is a smooth operator, master tactician, who can go all the way, who can also switch things up, that's why we've got a contest in our hands tomorrow night, Yemi.
All right, we have a contest on our hands. Let's compare both boxers, shall we? Let's look at both boxers and some of the things that they've done before this fight. And just quickly come with me and let's look at the stats. That's what we want to quickly look at. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. And you have, for Tyson Fury, that's what you have. The victories he's had. He has a record. He has not lost. Same as Usyk, but just one draw to the name of Tyson Fury. In Usyk's case, no draw is one. No loss, no draw. All right. Fury, the WBC champion. For Usyk, he is the WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO champion. And you look at the age. Tyson is 35, Usyk is 37, and you look at a bit of a height difference between the two. And you also consider the reach. Now, let me throw this at you, Austin. I think, I'm putting myself on the spot here. I think both boxers respect each other. They're not going to want to get caught. So you're going to see both boxers keeping a little bit of distance. Here is my point. I think the fact that the reach, if you compare, favors Tyson Fury, he might be able to keep Usyk at bay. And Usyk is not really known for trying to enter space. He does his jab and all of that. He knows if he tries to enter the space because of the reach, Tyson Fury is going to get him. And I think that's going to play on his mind. I think it's going to be an advantage for Fury.
Yeah, that's why I called, Usyk the smooth operator, the master tactician. He knows how to switch it. And this guy is athletic. He's fit. I stood beside him for Joshua Usyk too. And I was like, this guy is massive. How does he move the way he does, Don't forget, he has mastered that art. He went about how many fights before he became professional? Remember, he was at the final of the Beijing 2008 for boxing, lost to that Italian guy, came back London 2012 and won gold. And right after that, ruled the cruiserweights before he became heavyweight. So he knows how to box. That's what he knows how to do best. In the second fight against Joshua, we thought Joshua was doing just enough until he switched it and started boxing. Yes, Tyson Fury with his reach can do stuff. But remember the fight against Deontay Wilder. When he wasn't jabbing, he likes doing his combinations and just end it quickly, just so he doesn't get tired. Sugar Hill said, just jab. That's what you know how to do. You've got the reach. Go out and jab. I think that's what Usyk will also try to do, stop him from jabbing because he's got a better reach. But this fight, I tell you, it will go the distance because right after the weigh-in that was done some minutes ago in Riyadh, Tyson Fury came in at his lightest in over 4 years. So he knows he's going against an athletic guy, so he needs to be fit. He needs to be able to go around that ring. But despite coming lightest in over 4 years, he still turned out heavier than Usyk, because he is a massive, big guy. And you were asking me if he's showing some respect and all of that. he brought some drama. I mean, right before the weigh-in was done, he shoved Usyk, and then he was separated by the security just to tell him that, look, I'm still that guy. I'll bring drama to you before the main fight. But what a fight. What a fight. Good boxers, top quality. I just can't wait for this fight to be done. And let's have an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world who've waited for 25 years.
All right. I hope we don't have to wait because there's also the possibility of a draw. Who knows? We'll see. But I hope we don't have to wait. All right, also, let me get you talking about the undercard. A few boxers that you want us to take note of that would be displaying their skills just before the big one.
I love it. You know, we've been talking about Moses Itauma. You know, Moses Itauma has been tipped to be that heavyweight boxer that will break the record of Mike Tyson. He's got 8 professional fights and he's unbeaten in those 8 fights. We're going for his 9th fight. We got this visual courtesy of Ben Gray, who is right there in Riyadh. But unfortunately, he's struggling to join us on the show tonight. I really wish Ben Gray can join us. But Moses Itauma will be going against Ilja Mesenzev. And you know, this Moses Itauma has come out, he's moving like Mike Tyson, he's knocking out opponents. So that's one for us to look forward to. He's just 19. And everyone that I've spoken to about Moses Itauma, they've tipped him to be the next youngest heavyweight champion of the world. He needs to prove a point. That's Moses Itauma right there during the weigh-in for his fight against Mezenzev. So we're waiting for that fight. It's on the undercard. Big one for us to look forward to, those of us who are Nigerians and supporting our Nigerian boxers who are out there. There's also Joshua Oluwaseun Wahab, who is fighting Mark Chamberlain. And this one is a very important one for us because there is a belt involved in the light heavyweight. So Joshua also, good boxer, and everybody's been saying, look, all of the judges are coming out from Nigeria and giving us good levels that we need to support them. So 2 guys to look forward to in the undercard. Also, just in case you are saying, how long will you wait for Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight to come? You can feed your appetite with Moses Itauma and Joshua Oluwaseun Wahab, who are representing Nigeria big time.
All right, let's get back to, I know there are other things we should be talking about, but it's interesting looking at this fight, history upon us. You talk about it. The last time we had an undisputed champ, you have to go as far back as Lennox Lewis. But there are 3 possible outcomes in a boxing bout. It's either a win, a loss, or a draw. And do you see the possibility of a draw, or you think there must be a winner tomorrow?
I think there will be a winner. I think there will be a winner because both guys can box, both guys can switch it up, both guys have got endurance. There'll be loads of jabs. I think they will be cautious in the first 5 rounds, but from the 6th, 7th, one of them will decide to take risk. I think it will be Tyson Fury. When we watched Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder 1, we never expected that to end in a split decision draw, and it went all the way. I think we will get a winner. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know where this one will go. I've watched Alexander Usyk closely. When you think he won't just get it done, he will just surprise you and get it done. Even when he goes down, it's even difficult for him to go down. But for Tyson Fury, even when he goes down, he's getting up again. And with his size, you start wondering, he gets up and then he's on the offensive. He's attacking you right away. So I don't see a draw. Look how fit he is, and this guy is massive. I stood beside him and I was looking for myself. He's massive. So I don't know. He has really put himself into shape for this fight against, Usyk. So the best man will win on the night, but I think the one who comes in with 100% positive energy, the one that comes with the vibes, the one who doesn't, want to look back, who just wants to take risks, who knows that, look, there's so much on the line, is the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, then that guy will go all the way. And easily, people will say, with everything I've said, and it's this man on your screen, Tyson Fury, but you never say never with heavyweight boxing. Alexander Usyk is dangerous, very dangerous. They call him the cat, and that's what he is. He is the cat, and he can attack, and he's fast, and he can just turn you when you try to underrate him in any way. Yeah, we will have a winner. I just don't know who.
All right. I wanted us to go to Bielsa, but something popped up in my head. So let me say what popped up in my head. Then we'll go to Bielsa and talk about the Prosperity Cup in a bit after this. But we all waited for Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather Jr. We waited. Eventually we got it, but it became an anticlimax. You see where I'm going now? We waited for this. We have it now. Is there any possibility that both boxers might be so determined to win and not ready to give anything away and rob us, the fans, of something that will be electric, something that we will enjoy? Maybe a battle of the ages.
With Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was just dragging and it was for the money. This one, the king of Saudi Arabia said, if you don't have this fight now, anybody that chickens out, you give the other person $10 million. So everyone said, okay, we need to have this fight now. We didn't wait that long. The times that this fight was delayed was when we're thinking, we're going to have maybe Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, or we're going to have Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, or we have Joshua, Deontay Wilder, because the heavyweight division at some point had 4 of them who were smoking hot. But now it has come down to these 2 guys, and they know that we need to crown a king. And tomorrow that king will be crowned. I think, yes, they have every right to come out and, be careful, because they're both undefeated. They're both very good boxers. They both know how to move inside the ring. They both know that so much is on the line. It might be drab, as I said, in the first 5 rounds. But from the 6th round, they might just start, taking risk. But this is heavyweight boxing laughing at me that, Austin, what are you talking about? Maybe in round 1, one good left hook, we land on the boxer's chin, and boom, it's all over. That's heavyweight boxing. You never know. We'll wait. We wait. We've been waiting for 25 years. It's just one more night, Let's wait.
All right, just one more night. Let's wait. All right, let's go to Bielsa before we go on a break. Of course, it's something Austin is always very eager to talk about. I'm very eager to talk about it as well. Grassroots football. Like I said, there's a lot on the menu tonight. But Austin, let me yield to you. Prosperity Cup, getting us talking. Very interesting. All the things that has been achieved. Taking the boys off the street. And charting a new course. Putting them in line to, turn things around, or possibly even make a career in football.
Grassroots football development at its best. The Prosperity Cup. This is the 6th edition. We've been following the 3 activities. Official kickoff, was done. The defending champions, the Crusader FC from Pere Turubene, defeating a police machine by 3 goals to nothing. First half ended 2-0 in favor of the defending champions, and before the final whistle, they scored another goal to make it 3. 200 teams, 100 from different communities in Bielsa State to have an opportunity to expose themselves through the ball. Government, they've said they want to use this one to take youths off the streets. They want to use this one to empower young persons. They have done so much in terms of collaboration, bringing in scouts, young talents, and we love it so much. Now this consistency, governments have changed, and it is still ongoing. And each time we talk about this, we want other state governments to what they're doing in Bielsa State. Now, it's not just Bielsa grassroots football development. You see them doing well. The National Sports Festival, you see them doing well. When you talk about women's football, they are hosting the NWSL. Bielsa Queens look good to go all the way. These things, they have a way they rub off when you give attention to football at the grassroots. And that's why whenever we have an opportunity to say thank you to people who are doing the basics, who are doing what it takes to develop football at the base, at the foundation, we do it. So congratulations to Crusader FC. They've continued where they stopped last time in the Prosperity Cup, defending champions, and they won today again by 3 goals to nothing to get it going. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, talking points from the Prosperity Cup will get our attention. We're still in Bielsa. We'll also talk about the draw for the NWSL Super 8. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
But it's no secret anymore that Bayelsa State has one of the most outstanding sportsmen in the country. We must celebrate ourselves. But Paralympics, para-athletes, footballers, athletes, we are doing very well, and I must thank His Excellency, the sports-loving miracle governor, for his achievements and his strides in sports development.
Bayelsa State has taken sports as one of its major tool for bringing our youths out of drugs and out of criminality. And to a very great extent, we have made a lot of achievement in this direction. The successes recorded during the last competition are a testament of that feat we have achieved. We are committed and deliberate about our sports development. As you are aware, our team, the para-athletic team, is the leading back-to-back winners of the National Para-Athletic Sports Festival. And again, during the last National Sports Festival, we came second, and we have challenged Ogun State to be prepared for us, that we are coming, and we are going to come there strong.
All right, welcome back. And there's talking points from the Prosperity Cup. Let's just move on the show. We move on from there and talk about the ladies. Austin talked about it. I mean, talking about the Nigeria Women's Football League. You talked about Bayelsa Queens as an offshoot of what the Bayelsa State government is doing. So let's talk about the NWFL Premiership, the Championship playoff. Let me just quickly go across the screen and take you through the fixtures on day one. We'll quickly dissect it and look at what is going to happen. Okay, there you have it. Playoffs, day one fixtures, a Super 6 it is. Confluence Queens up against Edo Queens. Nazwa Amazons up against Atlant Queens. Rivers Angels up against Bayelsa Queens. That's the day one fixtures of the NWFL. Of course, this championship playoffs will decide who gets crowned as the champion, as a winner of the NWFL for this season. Austin, interesting times ahead, even as we take a look at these fixtures. Before a game is played, you never can tell. But of course, in your mind, you look at the usual suspects. Okay, Austin, you have to unmute. It does appear we can't hear you now.
And what a way, I mean, to get into day one of the NWFL Super 6. Set the record straight. It's Super 6. I said Super 8 when I was going on the break. When you see Rivers Angels taking on Bayelsa Queens, that one will definitely get followers of women's football in Nigeria talking. You know, we want to crown a new champion. Delta Queens, ironically, defending champions, didn't make it to the Super 6. But I'm thinking we just might see something unusual at this year's Super 6. Maybe Nasarawa Amazon or Confluence Queens will definitely get us talking. Or Edo Queens might just say, look, enough is enough. Let's just prove a point, you know. But with this happening in Yenagoa and everything we've seen of Bayelsa Queens and Rivers Angels, they see this as them also playing at home. So they will definitely have some good support from their fans who will just, you know, take a stone throw right into Yenagoa to support both teams. But I would like to see Atlant Queens also. They did so well during the regular season. I just hope there won't be a flash in the pan when, you know, the proper competition, you know, gets underway. So a shout out to women's football in Nigeria. We love the NWFL Premiership, and now it has come down to the stage where we need to crown a champion. So best wishes to the teams, Yemi, and let the best team win. We'll be here to talk about them and keep promoting women's football.
All right, that's what we always say. Let the best team win. And I always say there's a lot people can learn from sports, you know. I mean, you're gracious in defeat and magnanimous in victory. That's the spirit of a sportsman. And that's what we say. May the best team win as we take a look at the Nigeria Women's Football League. All right, also let's come to your end. We're expecting to have some robust conversation on basketball and some other issues, but traffic has done its job on us. But anyway, we're still here to do a show. We're coming to your end now, and the final day in the English Premier League. It's been a while since Pep Guardiola joined, apart from the first season. You already know before the last day that he's going to win. Well, maybe one or two occasions when Liverpool had a say, but this season is down to the final day. It's down to the final day. So let's look at the fixtures for the final day and look at what is up for grabs, European places here and there, and of course, we already know the teams that are going down. All right, so let's just quickly take a look at this one. Arsenal and Everton, Manchester City and West Ham United. Easily, everybody will be looking at these two games. Liverpool, last game for Jurgen Klopp as a Liverpool manager. They're up against Wolverhampton Wanderers, Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. Aston Villa has already qualified for the European UEFA Champions League. Sheffield United already relegated. Sheffield United against Tottenham. Tottenham will be looking to seal the Europa League place. So that's it. Brighton will be up against Manchester United. Chelsea will be up against Bournemouth. Brentford will be up against Newcastle United. Burnley will take on Nottingham Forest. Luton Town will take on Fulham. I think one or two people still talking about mathematical chance. I don't know. I think Luton is done and dusted. But let me start with, let's start with that one. Luton, I think, is done and dusted. A lot of people are talking about mathematical, but I think it's done.
Yeah, they score a lot of goals and Nottingham Forest.
It's not going to happen. Let's just. It's not going to happen.
It's the final day of the. It's the final day of the season where some teams who have nothing to lose will just lose guard, and then goals will just start coming. Remember, we used to see loads of goals on the final day of the season. I know that Nottingham Forest, they are in a very good position to stay in, but you never know. That's all we're just saying. I get you that it is almost impossible, but Luton, they are going to fight. They take on Fulham. Fulham have been very decent, so I don't think Fulham want to, go out there and just, get pushed over or get beaten blue and black. So yeah, I understand what you mean by that being done. But let's take a look at some teams that might end up crying on the final day of the season. Manchester United, for instance, they've got a very difficult tie against Brighton, who would like to finish on a high and see if they can seal proper European place. So, what am I even talking about? Brighton already safe. But Manchester United, with all of the conversations that we've had with that team, Brighton might just, really get them talking. For Arsenal, I've seen all sorts of memes, reels, of them begging Everton, of Arsenal fans putting up together videos of Mikel Arteta when he was playing for Everton, and how they can remember the good things that he did, and that they can look. We know Pep Guardiola and his team, when it gets to that position where they cannot look back, they will not look back. But West Ham, it's going to be a final day that we'll actually talk. We might just see what we saw when City first won it, when they had to wait till the last minute to beat QPR. Remember that nervy encounter? I think that's what we will see also against West Ham. But Arsenal needs to get the job done. I hear the dummy trophy will go to the Emirates Stadium and then get the job done and then hope on West Ham to do any magic. But it's almost impossible. But it's football where anything can happen. So let's wait and see till the final day matches are done.
All right, let's wait and see. Let's quickly listen to Pep Guardiola, going philosophical, always praising his opponents, talking about all of these things, but nobody's falling for that trick. Pep Guardiola, we'll listen to him ahead of the last game of the season.
It happened Aston Villa, what happened QPR with Sergio Aguero moment, and or Dzeko moment, because everybody talk about Sergio, but without the corner from David and Dzeko scored the 2-2 would not happen. Would happen later. So yeah, it would be. I'm ready to be a tough game. I want to put in the minds of the player that look at Tottenham, how they fight every ball, how they it was incredible, the aggressivity and commitment the Spurs had, and I didn't have any doubts about that. They will be ready to beat us. That happened Aston Villa, the same position, didn't play for anything 2 seasons ago, and I know what happened, and it's going to happen the same. So ourselves and our people have to come here to be ready.
All right, that's it. Well, it's a fluid situation on the show. You know, I was talking earlier about us wanting to have some discussions around basketball, some discussion around boxing, and somehow traffic did the job on us. But somehow we're back on track. And so we'll take a pause on the English Premier League so that we can have a conversation around basketball. And just as we were talking, the coach of Rivers Hoopers is now with us in the Lagos studio. Ogo Odaudu joins us now, and of course we'll be having a conversation with him. Greetings, coach. Thanks for braving the odds to be here tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. I mean, let's talk about Rivers Hoopers. Everywhere has been buzzing. You know, even people who don't like basketball. I mean, everybody, and now, you know, just when you give Nigerians something to support, you know, everybody. But how does it make you feel all over the continent, everywhere, everybody screaming Rivers Hoopers and a good performance at the Basketball African League to even, you know, made all of that possible. So how does it feel? Before we even talk about, you know, playoffs and all that, how does it feel? Everybody talking about Rivers Hoopers.
It's a great feeling, actually. We're really excited. We're happy that Nigerians are excited. This has gone beyond Rivers State alone. It's a Nigeria thing now. So we're really happy that everybody's excited. So we feel good. We like the fact that, hey, there's something positive about Nigeria basketball, and we hope to see that continue going into the playoffs.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but let me say this. And by the way, my colleague Austin Okon-Akpan is with us. Once I'm done, he will be asking you a few questions as well. But coming against the backdrop of not having anything happen on the domestic scene, how were you able to get your team zoned in on the Basketball African League to focus on that? Are you able to do all of that? Are you able to zone out and tune out some of the things that you would have loved to be happening on the domestic scene that is not happening?
Well, there's a lot of issues going on, just like we all know. But we were lucky that we played the finals of the league sometime in November, and we had to start getting ready for the Africa Basketball Leagues, which the window we just finished in May. So there was not much gap in between, and the players were game ready. But also we didn't let them go home and just go stay. Anytime we're ready, we're going to call you. No, they were back. We kept them in Port Harcourt. We kept on training. We played some friendly games. We also had the opportunity of coming to Lagos to come and play in the Louis Edem Invitational Tournament. We didn't win that. We came third, but of course that was not our target. We just wanted that to use. We wanted to use that for the players at home to get more match games, fine-tune them and everything. So as at the time our imports came, everybody was on the same page, and we were able to merge that one in. So I think it was a great job that we did right from the process of selecting the imports, and then making sure that the team at home were ready and fit for when the imports were going to join them.
All right. Let me yield to Austin now.
Coach Odaudu, it's good to have you join us on the show. Good job you did with Rivers Hoopers. And the other day, Queen was on the show, and I had to apologize. I did not believe in your team when you guys were going to Dakar. You will not blame me, but you did a great job. And with your last two matches, you could tell that it's not going to be easy in the next phase. How ready are you to ensure that when you get back again, you keep this winning momentum going?
Well, we are very ready. a lot of people share the opinion that he shared too. Nobody believed in us, but we believed in ourselves. We were talking to ourselves and we said, hey, let's change the narrative about Nigerian basketball on the continent. Let's change it. Let's do that. So it was even a key for us while we were recruiting our players that we needed people who were not just there for the money, but we needed people who had the team first. And so that was something that we did. Well, we have gone, we've surprised everybody, we surprised even ourselves. But hey, we are now getting greedy. We said, hey, is it okay to just go and qualify for the players and say, well, we have tried, we have set a new record, no Nigerian team has done that. Is it okay that we just stop at that? No, we want to go further. We're actually looking at the podium finish. And how is that going to happen? By doing the same things that we did all throughout the Sahara Conference, and then, hey, even putting a little more effort. We were having difficulties with our practice today. We had to go all the way to Ajah today to go and practice. So it shows how serious we are about everything. And like I said, we are getting greedy. We were looking at that quarterfinal game. We were looking at it and saying, hey, this is something that we can do. And we're hoping at the end of the day, we are going to overcome that game.
Coach, let's go away from the basketball courts now and talk about the things that we need to do as a country before we even get a basketball to start bouncing and playing. You've looked at teams like US Monastir, you played against AS Douane, APR, and some other teams in Africa that are doing things that are right for basketball. What are those things that you've seen competing against those things that we need to start doing in Nigeria?
Well, it's difficult to say. First and foremost, the arena that we played in is out of this world. If you are blindfolded and you step on that arena, if you're blindfolded, you go in there, you would think you are somewhere in America or something. So the little things matter. We need the facilities. We need a functional league where we'll play for 6 to 7 months. No thanks to the infighting that has been going on for a long while, chased away sponsors and everything. But hey, we need to keep playing. That's just the bottom line. We just do these little things. We are a talented group of people, Nigerians. We are talented, we are resilient, and we always have this never die attitude. So once you do the little things that we're supposed to do, have a functional league, make sure that everybody is taken care of, Nigeria will remain at the top on the continent. It is no hidden fact. Even the people at the BL were surprised by us. After the first 3 or 4 games, they came to meet us and say, hey, we are putting the BAL in trouble because nobody expected that we were going to go to the level that we are. And so it is something that we can do. And I think we're on the right track now because just recently the NBBF has just sent out memos for registration and everything about the league. So if we start now and play all the way to November, by the time the next BAL is coming, all the players would have been match ready. But hey, facilities are a problem. We don't have the facilities. It's out of our hands. It's in the federal government's hand. We have the National Stadium here where a little bit of touch would change everything, but it's in a terrible state right now. I don't even want to start saying about the Abuja Stadium. So all those things have to be put in place, and then you'll see how fast basketball will grow.
Let me throw this in. We don't really have much time. There's been, as a coach, I don't know, I'm just asking, maybe a national interest. A lot of people frown at, teams representing Nigeria, you don't really get players plying their trade in the domestic league, get into those teams. And some will say, it's because we don't have a functional league. Some will say it's an issue of quality. So as a coach, you occupy a vantage position. So which one is it? Is it quality, or is it because we don't have a functional league? Which one is it?
It is not about quality. We have the quality right here in Nigeria. But to match up with people, your peers playing outside, you have to be at a certain level. One, they play a minimum maybe in the 30 to 40 games, if it's not too much, per season. We don't have that in Nigeria. So how do you now compare somebody who plays that much games with somebody who plays 8 or 10 games a season? But just like we're saying, it's a competition thing. You have to be match ready. It's not enough to practice the whole year round and then go and play against somebody who is playing matches every now and then and say you are going to compete with him. It has nothing to do with not having the quality. Nigerians are talented, trust me. On my team, the times that we put the the local players on the floor. You could see that they stepped up. All they needed was just a little confidence and tell them that you can do this and you can do that, and everybody steps up. So it's just for them to be competitive, to play competitive matches all year round, and they can play anywhere. Don't forget that we took a home-based team made up of 12 Nigerians to one of the World Cup windows last year. And we beat everybody that had been beat. We beat Cote d'Ivoire in the first game, we beat Guinea, we lost to Angola, who are the host only. And it was all a home-based team, so they can play at that level. But to play at that level, you have to be ready. It's not something you just up and go and think you're going to perform. No, it's not going to happen that way.
All right, let me allow us to throw in one more before we let Coach Odadu take his lead.
I think Coach did a great job with answering the last question and really got me thinking. But Coach, let me say it again, best wishes to your teams. What do you want from Nigerians, particularly as you go on to the next round of the BAL, which is very, very important?
We need all the support that we can get. That's all they can do for us. We need all the support. It's not funny for the boys to go on social media after a game and then somebody is crucifying them that they missed this shot, they missed that layup. Nobody goes out to miss a layup. Nobody goes out to miss a free throw. Everybody goes with the intent to make it, but hey, it happens. So if it happens, we don't want them to open social media and somebody is saying, you're a terrible player, you're a bad player. We need all the support. We need all the prayers. We need everybody to stick with us. It is not about Rivers Hoopers anymore. Just like I said, it is about Nigeria. We represent Rivers Hoopers, but of course, we represent Nigeria most importantly. So we need all the support that we can get going forward.
All right, Coach, I guess that's a good place to leave it. Of course, you're going to be with us till the end, but I want to thank you for your time. Maybe some other time we'll have more time to really discuss the issues, but we should Rivers Hoopers all the best. We're talking about the English Premier League. Let's just quickly, before we wrap things up, allow you to listen to Mikel Arteta. That's going to be our last port of call. We'll say our bye-byes, but of course, he's still dreaming.
The hope is there, and it didn't happen, and now listen, we have to do our job, which is going to be tough because Everton in a really good moment. So we're going to have to prove again that we can be better than the opponent and win the game. And then, we have to wish for the best. We have to wish for West Ham to have a really good day and help us to fulfill our dream. That's what we're hoping for.
All right, they say dreams can come true. I don't know if this one is going to come true. We'll see over the weekend. But also, I guess that's where the cookie crumbles, and we have to go.
This is very difficult when it is another person that is sleeping and it's you that is dreaming, So I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but it's a West Ham. Let's see what West Ham can do for Arsenal. Wow, what an explosive weekend of sporting activities that awaits us. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, and the final day of the English Premier League in London. Austin Okonakwan, in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.
It's a wrap here in Lagos. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you again next week.